Okay, this is Timing Strategies for Tuesday, Super Duper Tuesday, November the 4th. Ugh, I'm so sick of it. The stuff they pass for political legitimacy in this country, I don't know. Oh, well, let's not get started. So, what did we do today? If you check out our article, I did a client update just on the same page. It'll go to articles after it's been there for a couple of days. But this is just an update from our article that we put out on Friday, Saturday, which was published on Monday. Looking to start selling some of our long positions. We were 120% long as of, well, let's just put on the crosshairs. As of this day, which was the 9th, okay, we took 30% of that long position off, brought us down to about 90% long. And this is again with the indices, the precious metals, and the energy and energy services in the RIDEX platform. We held the balance of that 90% all the way back down again. Lovely. Okay. And then we got right back up to our sell level again. We took an additional 35% off of that total position that we had from 120. So that basically brings us down, I did the math, it brings us down to about we're about 60% long right now. That includes the S&P, NASDAQ, Russell, Dow, and the precious metals, energy, and energy services in the RIDEX platform. What I'm looking to do is work this range, and today was the first trigger for some of that, execution to how we're going to manage this range going forward. Depending on what we get, if there's a big Obama boom bots tomorrow that takes us up into this, 1100, 1120 level, depending on what price action does, what I'm looking to do is either sell the entire position that's long the indices, so that's just the entire indices position here somewhere, and maybe go flat at about 1100, or short. We didn't do any short establishing positions yet today. That may be a mistake, but again, we're now only long about 35% in the indices. And when we get a bounce back up to there, I can assure you, depending on price action, if we get a bounce or a move that takes us straight up without any kind of, and this is how we're going to manage it, I'll let you know. If we get a bounce that takes us up to the 1080 to the 1120 level on the S&P, before taking out any of these lows that we've got and have been established over the last 8 days. And this is a successive lower low pattern that I don't like talking about too much, so I'm going to shut up. We're going to actually, depending on what we do when we get up there, whether we go completely 100% flat or we're going to start establishing a short position based on price action, will determine what we do. But again, flat to short up here at the 1080 or 1120 level. And I'm looking to get short. I'd really love to get short. When we do get short, we will hold the long metals and long energy position. Now, in this area between 1120 and let's call it 1180, 1200 on the S&P, that's the no man's land. If we can get above 1200, 1180 to 1200, 1180 to 1220, somewhere there's a nebulous area in here, we will reverse and go long again, because that, again, there's a lot of upside here, no question about it. We could see upside that, over the next, several months or how long, into an election, that could take us all the way up to 1400. I doubt that'll happen, but it's very possible. I doubt greatly that we'll ever see these highs. If you look here, these are way back. I doubt that we'll ever see the highs of, let me put this here, 1420. That was my big kill zone. I doubt that we'll ever see those highs at 1420 before we break the lows and start heading lower. And I mean the lows of down here that we put in on October the 27th, 28th. So to give you a macro estimation, and this will change, there's nothing written in stone, that's for sure. If we get again, trade back up, and we're just managing for the short term right now, if we can get a trade back up to this level, 1120, 1120, 1080, 1120, that'll be what we're going to do, kind of depending on how it gets there. I want to go real quick over to the XLE and the TLT. If you look at the TLT, that's a proxy for the for the government bonds. I'm actually looking to get short that probably pretty soon using the Ridex Inverse Government Bond Fund. I don't know exactly where that's going to be. It's somewhere within this range, that's for sure. This range will definitely determine and how we get based on price action. Somewhere in this level, I don't know if it's going to be, one more day if we take out this high, which would probably be the first place that I'd look to start getting short at if we take out this high here tomorrow and then fail back below it, or if we can get back somewhere to this level, but almost certainly on the TLT somewhere between 95 and 97. So, give it, let me just do that, make it a little easier. Somewhere between 95 and 97 is what we're going to start putting on the inverse government bond funds in the Ridex platform. And then we'll also start buying the TBT, which is a neat little ETF for our Schwab accounts and our managed accounts that we work with at Schwab. And also we have some futures accounts. Use a little more leverage with that. But somewhere on the TBT will probably give us, right about, I don't know, somewhere in this level, 60 level, all the way down to, the 57 half level. That'll be ideal for us with the TBT. Next chart I'll go to real quick is the XLE. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that's the oil services in the Ridex account. I'm holding that. That's not coming out. I don't think that'll ever come out. The only question is, do we want to add and when? We look for a sell-off in the overall market to add somewhere down in this level. So, even if the XLE or the oil services and energy services come down, go up with the market, and they come back down with the market, what we're looking to do is add to that energy position somewhere on a, cut below this range right here, and probably the most selective place that I can say that I'd want to get long is anywhere below 48, call it 49 on the XLE. Let's go to anywhere below 49 on the XLE. Let's look at the OIH if it gives us a little more clue. Or anywhere below 92, 93, call it 93 on the OIH. Those two areas are really where I want to start adding to that. And then let's take a quick look at the GDX. I pretty much got a full position on in that thing. I'm not looking to get too much more aggressive. And in the oil, I will add also the fact that I'm only looking to add another 5%. We got 15% long in the energy, in the precious metals. We were long 10% there. We held it all the way down, grief, to literally this point right here, which is where we got long another 15%. And I'll just put that note in here so you can see 15%. Okay, and there's that. So we are long 15% in the Ridex Precious Metals account as well from here. I'm looking for this to hold. I'm not going to sell that either. Unless we get back up somewhere in the range, because there's a lot of movement up here. Somewhere up in this range area, say at about 33 on the GDX, I might start lightening up, but I really doubt it because I anticipate that GDX is made a bottom, and that the precious metals markets are going to keep going for quite a while. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or an email. Take a look at our article for Stock Market Choke Points 2008, Part 11. And I wish you all the best, and have a good night. Happy election.